Case closed. Let's get drunk.
Let's go.
All rise. Order in the court. It's time to bake some cookies.
Man, oh man, what a glorious day it is. Already a beautiful day right out the box. The world of YouTube is a very weird place. Let me just kick it off with that. Real quick program reminder, Creed.
Yes.
There will be a new Judge DeSanto video that was got by recording it off of an app called Zoom. That unless you've developed Zoom,
You don't
I
know.
will not be crediting anyone with my video.
I know, JG, I'm sorry. And I wish we could get into it. And I wish we could just, but trust me, it's better we just, that was not for you, JG. That
Not you, JG.
somebody else.
How do you claim, Creed, I was the first person to spike my hair up. I should be given credit for that. Credit where credit is due, Daddy.
Speaking of credit, I give you credit on how you handle it, because it wouldn't be good.
Better be glad I'm a nice guy these days.
Mm-hmm.
How dare I correct?
Yes. How dare you?
Creed, last night, after receiving a nasty gram,
Yes.
I consulted the tea leaves. I put them out there, how,
Yes.
how I'm a Wicca witch. And the tea leaves said, you know what? You're good, Daddy. You're good. I even checked in with old people. Old people, they have knowledge and things like that.
About gardening or?
Hey, old fella. And they said, Mikey, take them out behind the woodshed. Again, say hello to the bad guy. Speaking of bad guys, we're taking care of a few of them.
No, Michael, no.
No, YouTubers are crazy, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, so crazy. But I digress, Creed. Let's go into some great stuff. I enjoy me some Judge J. Cedric Simpson. Of course, the J is for justice.
Yes.
Anybody that ever says that owes me $1.
Because you own that, right?
Because I own that.
It's owned.
But let's just go ahead and get to it. Yesterday's court with Judge Cedric Simpson, a lady with an excuse we haven't heard yet for testing positive for alcohol.
All right. Let's do it. And to answer your question, Victoria, yes, on today with us.
Not completely back, but we will be trickling out new content.
Yeah.
Prosecuting Attorney Morgan LaRose on behalf of both. Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren on behalf of Ms. Haywood. Please, Uni Haywood. Your Honor, we are here today for a pretrial. There also is a bond violation in
Oh, yeah,
file.
there is. Why don't we deal with that first?
Sure. So,
That's
as
crazy.
you can see in the bond violation report, Ms. Haywood, for the first chunk of positive tests, did do an ETG test, which did come back negative for alcohol. She has, and that ETG should cover the period for those positive tests. Since then, she did have another positive test. I think the last one.
Which ones are you talking about the ETG covered?
Hey.
She took the ETG on the 15th.
of March,
of March.
2 days after my birthday.
right? But that doesn't cover. That might cover the 12th, the 13th, and you're saying the
That was
14th.
That was my birthday the day
Right.
before that.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Right. Because the ETGs go back 72 hours from when she took them.
Yeah, I know how they work.
And she was
Go
celebrating
ahead.
my birthday.
So she had
Happens.
another positive test, as the court can see. She was going to get another ETG done yesterday. However, she was at work and was unable to do so. I've spoken with Agent Mormon about it, and we haven't really come to a conclusion of what
Welcome, Miss.
she thinks is triggering the positive test.
Oh, it's certainly not brushing your teeth.
No. She initially thought it was brushing her teeth. She now thinks it was a nicotine vape. That
Stop,
she
stop,
was
stop, stop, stop.
Yeah.
Okay. First, she thought maybe she had
Brushing her
tested positive because she brushed her teeth,
Mhm.
but now she's testing positive for alcohol from a vape.
Yeah.
Who knew you could get a good buzz off a vape like that?
Yeah.
And not even the weed vape, just a regular
Yeah,
old
no,
vape.
just a nicotine vape, and showed up that she was drunk.
Test, it might not have been over the limit, but when you're in trouble for something like this, you can't test anything, no levels of alcohol.
Gotta go, Chaser. Thank you for the 2 bones. Yes. That's always one of our faves.
instructed did not blow 30 minutes before. She's been waiting 45 minutes and she hasn't had a positive test since changing that. So what I'm asking.
Why aren't I getting retest?
No. The reason why I did the retest the first couple of days was because I wasn't notified that the machine will actually tell me to retest. I thought that there was something that Mr. Mormon was going to have to reset, like off site. So that is my fault and my irresponsibility for that.
So I'd ask Judge if she could do it
Well,
ETG
hold on.
today.
Hold on. On the
Exactly.
16th, my problem with an ETG today is it doesn't tell me anything about the 16th.
Right, because of the 72 hours.
And so what I have before me right now is a positive test and no explanation for it.
Well, I suppose our explanation would be the vape issue. I mean, she maintains that she has not drank. She has this vape. She started using the vape when she was told at arraignment not to drink and not to consume marijuana.
Even if the vape has alcohol in it, which I don't think it would, but even if it does, she can't inhale or do anything with alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why the vape would trigger the positive test. She's had continued positive at very small amounts.
When you're supposed to be
Well, that-
nothing.
Yeah, when it's supposed to be just 0. Sweet Tea, thank you, one, for We Got a Case channel. Appreciate you. And Time Lady, 1 entire month of time.
Thank you for your patronage. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't buy
Thanks,
any of
Sweet Tea.
this. I think it's
No.
absolutely terrible excuses. And
Couldn't she sue the vape maker for getting her to the point where she has failed a test and you don't label it on there that it contains alcohol and you're going to you could test positive for alcohol or things like that? Wouldn't that be a liability?
and Erica, you are absolutely right. Just like, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, 72 hours, well.
Oh, he will. He already knows. He just said he already knows there's no alcohol in them things.
That's our only explanation. I mean, again,
Here's the problem with that. The problem with that, even if you're talking a half an hour range,
Hi, Chris.
look at the very bottom of the report on the 16th. She submits a positive test at a 0.2, correct? There was then almost 20 minutes later, 18 minutes to be exact, there was a positive test. Again.
I don't have an explanation for it, Judge. I mean, if she was drinking, frankly, I don't know if we'd see that sharp
Oh,
reduction.
That's not a sharp reduction. That's a reduction.
I mean, going from 0.026 to 0.019 in 18 minutes, I don't know if it was alcohol. We
Within
would
the
see
margin of error. Really, counsel?
I mean, she has consistently maintained that she has not drank alcohol. When she did have a positive test, she did an ETG and it was negative. So I think that
She's chewing gum, by the way.
there's something else going on that she's consuming that we aren't aware of.
Like, how do you cover up when you're vaping alcohol? How do you cover up the?
Don't want to have that stinky vape smell.
That's
your
right.
breath.
Diana Bivens, thank you. On to the main channel tomorrow at 5:30 East. Get ready.
Members only.
That's right. Even got merch for it.
Go sling some dirt.
And Chris with 5.
Woo!
That's 6 new there and 1 or 2 over the other.
God, that's awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Google says, Jeff says, Google says there are vapes with alcohol. That would be very interesting if you could vape and get drunk. Seriously, somebody should get on that.
Yeah, because apparently if it's testing in your system, you just got to up the amount that's in there.
Now, you do have to wonder, listen, we're making jokes, but you do have to wonder if there is anything inside of those, any chemicals or anything that could throw it out there. I guess it's entirely, I'm sure it's not just straightforward ingredient.
But you have to remember this. Being on probation and knowing you cannot consume anything or use anything that contains alcohol that can, cause this issue is your job to make sure you don't do it.
It's a good point. No doubt.
She's on the hook. It's her life. She's on the hook. Cake.
She's vaping bottles of 151.
Triggering these positive tests.
And you need to bring me something that says a vape's going to do it. Because otherwise, what I have in front of me now, that she has a positive test. And then it's positive on the retest.
Yeah,
and moreover, if it's indeed true, she was instructed not to take the vape prior to testing.
Yeah, she has been waiting for a longer period since the positive test, and she hasn't had one since making that change. Again, we don't know. I've had many conversations with Miss Haywood about if it was her toothpaste. I just think that
if she wants to go with it being her toothpaste, then
no, we've come to realize that we think it's the vape because since she's waited longer, she hasn't had any positive tests.
Where's the vape?
The vape's in my car at the moment.
It's in the car? All right. Then you're going to need to get some information on this vape. But right now, she's got a warrant out for arrest. She's here on an OWI 2. And I've got positive tests coming back. You've given me somewhat of an explanation for the other positive test, but I don't have an explanation for this one. Doesn't work that way. So is there somebody that can go out and get it?
She's here with her family. Her father can go get it.
Come go get it. It's in my purse.
It looks like that's what they're gonna do. Interesting. I was gonna say, does the
Can we have the judge vape for like 2 or 3 hours with that thing and then test him?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Maybe we should do that. In this courtroom, is the popo usually standing behind the defendant? Is that?
Well, anytime that there's a possibility for some sort of revocation or being the possibility being on the table, they will. That lady is standing in for the buff bailiff.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look quite as menacing,
right?
So
I'm just wondering.
She's back there for just in case.
Well, when I see that, I automatically think somebody's gonna get locked up and taken in, no matter what today. but we'll see. Sweet Tea, another 5. And that, we got a case channel. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. We're gonna take that money and we're gonna get some. We're gonna get some toothpaste that has alcohol in it, because why not? Great way to start your day.
Because right now, like I said, she has a warrant for arrest. So she's going to have to go into custody until we can figure this out.
Oh.
They called for an alteration in my results. That's exactly the reason why they told me to wait at least 30 minutes prior to taking on test. So during my debriefing, when they were giving me my sober link, they did tell me that the vape is capable of causing an alteration in my results. And that's why they said that they recommend to wait at least 30 minutes prior to taking the test. And the vape is the only thing that's altered in my normal routine. I never thought that it was any type of toothpaste or anything like that, which I told Mr. Mormon as well.
Right, of course, Cap, but I mean standing right behind them as if they're
that's
different.
Mormon, he asked me the same thing, and I told him that I've always told him that I believe that it was my vape, because that's the only thing that's altered in my daily license being released. And they also told me that the vape is the only thing that would alter it. But they told me that I had at least 30 minutes, and I had been waiting longer than that. And now that I no longer even use it,
Buffliff, yes.
I think that explains the positive tests, frankly. I mean, with the first test positive,
She was again asked if it was the vape causing the positive test. She asked if it was the vape. She was then advised that it's her responsibility to check all products that she's using to see if they contain alcohol.
yeah,
And that's the absolute truth.
That's a very valid point right there. If that were a common thing, we would see that a lot more, right? I mean,
Yeah, it'd be everywhere, because there'd be articles wrote about it, because
right.
How many people are vaping these days that are, have to be tested?
Right.
I just, unless she is like killing it, like just vaping, she's spending $800 a week on vape juice. I mean, she would have to really be doing a lot to get to that level. And she does seem, let's looking at her, taking her just at face value, she seems like somebody who's telling the truth. She looks honest. She seems honest. She's well dressed, all at face value. But again, she may have a drinking problem. Allegedly, if we're
at that point. And Heather tweaking, I think
so. A really fun fact: if you've watched any of our videos for any length of time, there was an upload about a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, where Heather was falling asleep the entire time.
Oh, really?
I made a montage of her falling over and falling asleep and dropping her phone and everything. And before they could call her, she passed out asleep.
Oh, wow.
So they had to reset her time and didn't issue a bench warrant because she had been there, and they just reset it. So she's wide awake today, doing a way better job. And it was very anticlimactic what she was in trouble for. She was stealing from Myers. So it was really kind of like, okay.
That's funny. Jesus. K-Dots, that's interesting. I live in Oxford House, and pretty much everyone vapes and has 3 different ones in hand. It'd be in big trouble if vapes cause plus.
Yeah, everybody would be like in big trouble.
Now, again, there's definitely a possibility, albeit very, very small, that there is some sort of a something inside of a certain brand or that could, but I don't know. I'm not buying it. You guys jump on that bandwagon. That's fine, but I don't believe it.
Absolute part of the program.
I mean, I don't
It's
know.
her responsibility.
Right. And I think she knows that. We've had conversations about that. I also don't know if the vape, even if it doesn't contain alcohol, does something so like positive test.
Excuse me?
I mean, maybe something in the smoke that malfunctions the sober link or something. mean, I just don't know how
Oh,
she.
you want to go with that argument?
I don't know enough about the silver links, frankly, but I mean, I just don't understand. She hasn't positive test. She took ECG,
She just said that.
The
But we're
vape
still having
smoke.
the same issue, and as she said, the only thing that we can think of is this vape.
Jesus Christ.
We'll wait for the vape, let you do your research, convince me that she should be released because right now she has a warrant. I won't send her back for processing at this point. Let's put her over in the jury box, get that in there, and then you can bring me something, counsel. You can consider yourself in custody, go with my bailiff. She's going to seat you in the jury box, man.
Hello, Steve.
Let's recall the case of People versus Unique Haywood.
Oh, yeah.
Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Morgan Burrows on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Ms. Haywood. Ms. Haywood, please state your name for the record.
Unique Haywood.
Is there anything else you want to say regarding these bond violations?
Your Honor, I did, thank you for the opportunity to speak with my client. She, at this time, does not admit to consuming alcohol. We did, off the record, speak about the possibility of alcohol from a vape. She wants the court to know she takes full responsibility for using a vape. She reiterated to me she didn't know that it consumed alcohol. She does take responsibility for.
Okay. Can I just, I'll let you go on, but can you just stop right there for a moment? Because there's a number of different problems with this whole argument. Some of which have to do with sort of the global picture of things.
This is her
The
coming
number of
back.
people
By the
that
way.
vape,
We jumped ahead in time.
I would be
Right.
seeing this all of the time if it were that vape. That's the first thing. Second thing is, and I certainly will let you continue, but one of the things that's bothering me is the issue isn't necessarily drinking. She cannot consume any product or in any way consume or ingest any alcohol. Those are the rules of the program. And I know it's explained to you. It's explained to you in excruciating detail.
She
She
tried.
is also, upon a positive test, for whatever the reason, is supposed to retest. She did not retest. She's not following any of the rules of the program. She did not retest after her initial one on the 12th, the one on the 13th, she didn't retest. On the 14th, she didn't retest. On the 16th, she didn't retest.
She missed a lot of tests.
Then on the 16th, she gets, there's a positive test. There are actually two. She does retest. She didn't retest immediately, but she retested and then contacted community corrections. She's the one, according to this, that brings up the vape. According to what was said to me before, that they were then supposed to wait, say, a half an hour or so before she tested if that was it, but they did remind her that she's responsible. She then, 45 minutes after that phone call, submits another test. It comes back positive again. So I'm having a little bit of a difficulty believing that that's it. I also will say, and again, I'll let you continue on, that had it been the vape, she received the unit on March 9th. Which means, and she did a compliant test on March 9th. That means then on March 10th, March 11th, I would have had positive tests. I don't. I don't have, unless somebody's just occasionally.
Do you think he's saying that because she's obviously vaping through those times too? I mean, it's not like you just vape one day and then like, I don't know, like 5 days.
She even
later.
made the statement that she had started vaping because she was told not to use weed or drink.
Yeah.
So she had went to that, which I don't know what that makes up for. I mean, I don't get that, but
Well,
all right.
When you get rid of one vice, you need
Yeah,
another.
but we need another one.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's so much evidence. I mean, other than it seeming crazy that you can test positive from the vape.
Yeah.
All these not retesting and things like that, where she could have done it, and to say maybe the vape smoke got into the sober link. I mean,
Yeah, made it not work right.
kind of unheard of.
Speaking of unheard of, Jamie with a compliment. I liked. Uh-oh, is it not letting me?
Jamie, who's that? Jamie, you got something?
No, I can't put up comments because apparently it's broken at the moment.
Oh,
there we go.
There we go.
All right, there it is. They talk too much. They stole my ideas. Big fat baby tears. It's the freaking internet. I went through their comments and just freaking LOL. Love you guys keep doing what you do.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I'm sitting here composing a
Mikey's
message,
working through court.
and I'm like, I really don't get it. It's mind blowing that anyone can think that they own certain judges.
Yeah. Well, listen, if they keep going, I mean, we can have a big long chat about it. And
I really don't want one. I really don't want to deal with this.
Years and years ago, when we were in radio with Radio Wars and all of that shit, that was fine. That was a long time ago.
I'm so old now. I do not want to deal with stupid stuff. And this is
the other thing is that it's so insanely dumb, and so easy to prove otherwise that it's not even worth it. Like it's not a fight at all.
I'd spoken to another YouTube creator because I just wanted to cover my bases. I spoke to like 10 different ones.
See if everybody's on the same page.
And they said, well, if that's the case, can I go ahead and claim Judge Simpson since I have a higher sub number than all you guys do?
That's right.
Can I go ahead and just claim Judge Simpson as my own judge?
Jesus Christ. Chris, thank you for the 10 bones. Today is a stressful day, so that $10 helps out a ton. Thank you.
I'm gonna be vaping later to get over this.
I was gonna say you might want to start smoking. And guys, I apologize that we're kind of being a little.
I'm so sorry, but I mean, if you want to read the comments on the Judge Santo video that is you're going to be redirected to when this is over, feel free. I have nothing to hide. I am going to be completely transparent about stuff, but apparently others don't feel that way, and that's fine.
They claim ownership.
You don't have to like me. You just got to love me.
Back to court.
The last 2 points I wanted to make, Your Honor, she does take responsibility for not retesting. She says she should have been more diligent at looking at the device after she tested. As for your last point about when she got the device, when she started testing positive, she normally does not vape. She started using the vape after she got the device. So that's why when she says she hasn't, that's the thing that she thinks it is because that's the only thing she's changed out of her normal routine from when she got the device to now. And that's all I wanted to say.
Then I still would have had a positive test on 10 or 11, the 10th and the 11th, if that were indeed the case.
When did you start vaping?
I purchased my vape on the 12th.
Yeah, of course.
I started using it. I used it on the 12th that morning.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Hey, Mark, how are you, bud?
What's up, Mark?
Good to see you. Enjoy your cookies.
Anything else?
I mean, I would reiterate my request, Your Honor, to have her do an ETG today, switch her to a scram tether, and adjourn this out to see if she continues having tests in order her not to use any nicotine or vaping products.
Hey, Mark. Good to see you.
Wonder why Mark is here.
Yeah, I wonder where Mark came from.
Ooh,
you got us, buddy.
Roasted.
You got us. By the way, if our channel ever starts kind of going down, and it starts failing,
Does she want a hearing?
please don't email anybody any information about that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like,
And also,
say
please,
that, you know,
I would never send minions
no,
over to another
that's-
channel. That's just so
Sure.
childish shit. Who
it
cares?
is. But listen, when you're a failing YouTuber,
It's ridiculous. Why attack? I'm just.
hi, Steve. Thank you and welcome.
Thanks,
what
Steve.
what a fun day. Just poking the fire. You know what I mean? Just proud.
This, or is she admitting to the violation? I mean, I'm not sure what you're doing here.
And by the way, to the to our mods, our constables, don't bother kicking them out. Let them do their thing, because it's kind of fun.
It makes
It's
if
shit.
it makes them feel better,
I think it would help them.
it can't be that bad.
Right. So let them be. Do their thing.
I'm not a meanie.
That's right. Attempt to troll
I
all
mean,
you
if she
want.
does neither, I'm going to set it for a hearing. So she doesn't have to say.
Your Honor, let's set it for a hearing, please.
Set this
Paula.
for bond violation hearing. Your normal date would be the 3rd, but since she may likely be in custody, I'll set this for March 27th, 2024. That's a special time at 9 a.m. for the bond violation hearing. What is the alleged BAC in this case? I see that there's a prior.
Yes, Your Honor. In this case, the alleged BAC is a .192, and there was a crash, a single motor vehicle crash.
I didn't do the arraignment, so how long?
She was on probation for operating while visually impaired out of the 34th district. That conviction entered on August 3rd of 2023. The offense date on this is January 22nd, 2024.
Got it.
Hi, Leslie.
What's up?
Watch out for Mark. He's being a meanie today.
Mark's got his panties in a wad.
Mark's really bored today. Mark. Why the awkward silence in court? Are we not, Mark, can we talk while there's silence in court? Is that okay, bud?
Something's going to happen. I can feel it.
She's going to jail, I think.
All right, I'll set a bond hearing for that March 27, 2024 date at 9 a.m. Defendant's bond is reset. Your bond is going to be $25,000. I'll give a 10% privilege on that. However, prior to any release, if she posts that bond, she's to be placed on a scram tether prior to her release. Defendant is remanded.
Thank you.
We haven't stopped it. And why would you? Oh, that seems like that's derogatory. Damn, Mark, you on fire.
I can tell you, I'd be real proud of you, Mark, if whoever, you know, if I
We'll call
sent you
Stacy
to go
Moore
get him.
versus
Go
Nicole
get him.
Cooley.
I'd feel real proud of you. You're doing a great job, Mark. Doing a great job. I'd be so proud of you, Mark.
She's on Zoom, Miss Cooley.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Nicole Murdoch.
Hello, Samson. My name is Credence.
Cooley High Harmony coming in hot. Murdoch.
Got it. We don't have it that way, but I got it. Okay. All right.
This
She
is
doesn't have
Maki
counsel.
Ramon.
What is this?
Hi, Mary Lou.
Mary Lou, good to see you.
All right. Ma'am, you don't have counsel representing you?
I was just there, seeing you a few, last week, if I'm not mistaken, and we tried to take care of this old ticket. But I guess they said we couldn't at the time or something.
you were here. My staff indicate you were here, but that was on something different.
Yes,
This
sir.
next
And we
one- this
discussed
next
this,
one's great.
and I guess they said,
This next one's great. Come on, you gotta put that up.
Okay. Ms. Barossa?
Again, I'd be real
I have
proud of
no
you if I sent you over to
contact
troll.
with
You're
the
doing
defendant
great. Mike.
whatsoever.
You're on it.
Great.
Ma'am,
You're on it. Killing it today.
did you want
Yes,
to be
sir.
Did you want to be
Got
represented by
us.
an attorney to help you get through this thing?
$10 says if Mark calls us fat next, because this is where this is going. Just so you know.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
gonna
it's
do it,
heading
you know.
there.
When you get it in there and you just because you're such a good fucking troll. That's what it
It's heading there. Here it comes. It's coming.
60s. You're so close.
You big fat bastards.
Good,
Shut up.
Bunch of fat asses. Play the video, would you? I'll sit here for 20
Stop
minutes.
stealing videos from other folks.
There's 300 of us here. I bet we could sit here for 10 minutes and nobody would give a shit. Just chatting in the chat.
I know I wouldn't.
Your Honor, if I recall correctly, the last time I was in your court on this ticket, we were waiting on the officer to say it was me. And I want to say this was back in 1992, if I'm not mistaken.
Seriously?
Yes.
I was like 4
1992.
years old.
So I'm not sure if someone used my name.
Well,
Ticket
so-
kind of fell out the
so,
sky.
Ma'am, if it's 1990, you said it was 1992?
I mean, it's old, Your Honor. I don't know the exact date.
I wasn't on the bench in 92, so it wasn't me.
I don't think maybe we might not have been before you, to be honest.
The tickets are
Thank you,
2004.
Tiny Piggy.
Oh, well, excuse me, sir. I know it's old.
I was on the bench at that time, but I don't think you were ever before me.
Yes, sir.
I don't have nothing in the file indicates or is my writing.
Good.
Allegedly, maybe. Might get a Mikey frame.
And,
Oh,
and,
good,
they,
I didn't meet you.
and he did exactly as he was told by the cookie lady.
Yeah.
He's a
Again,
follower. It's a
we
good
would
thing.
never ever send you want to see how petty some of these channels. This is another YouTube channel coming into troll because they're mad about the video I put up for later today. This is what it boils down to.
Not mad, jealous.
Just because they think they own a judge. I just don't get it. It makes no sense. No one can explain to me where it makes sense. But that's all right. I will continue to do what I do. And now it's going to get worse. I was only going to do it every once in a while, but now I might put up 15 a day.
You're doing great. You're hitting
Push
them
it.
all.
Push it.
You're hitting
Push
them
it.
all, buddy. You're doing great. Mark,
Yeah.
seriously, this is getting it's enough. You've done terrible. Really.
You're
Funny.
losing it now. Come on, bring it
You're
back.
you're doing great. Keep it up.
Either.
Well, not like that, Your Honor. You know, no, all due respect. I was just saying, you know.
She's probably gonna say something like 2004. I wasn't even born. Wow.
See what I'm saying? It was old. It fell out the sky,
I
literally.
I know it's old. We get it. For
Valid
those
now.
of us.
Thank you.
Her license is valid now.
Pardon?
Does she have a valid license now?
Do you have a valid thank you. Maybe what we should, do you have a valid license now?
You just gave me the clearance when I paid the $45 when I was there.
Okay, but is your license valid now?
I haven't gotten down to get it, Your Honor. I've been working midnights. I literally just got off work like 2 hours ago and took my son to school.
Why don't we adjourn it?
So,
to get a valid
ma'am,
license?
Did she just admit to driving without a license?
That's what it
do you
sounded
have
like
a
to
drunk
me.
driving that is pending?
No.
So at some point, did you have a drunk driving?
Is that what I was just seeing and posted $1,000 bond was seen you last week. If I don't know, Your Honor, to be honest, I don't want to lie to you.
All right, ma'am. Because your license status indicates that it's suspended on a
Exactly.
625G permit.
What is that?
Okay. That's a piece of paper that you get once you get caught for drunk driving.
She got the
Oh.
clearance, clearance.
Well, she got a cute dog
I
down there,
don't
Heather
know.
does.
I don't
Yeah,
have
okay. Let me.
How
ask
do you not know if you got a DUI?
Do you want to be represented by an attorney?
Even if it was back in '92, I'd know that I had it if I had one or not. I mean, that's
I don't know. I'm not sure.
God almighty.
She's as
I
confused
guess
as Mark
so.
is.
Yeah. Okay. So this is now a public defender case. Good luck.
No, she's.
I mean,
Katie,
Oh my
he
God,
is
Your
attacking everyone now.
Yes.
On behalf of Ms. Murdoch or Ms. Cooley, as the case says, we will waive any further reading and stand mute. That's for adjournment.
she was already arraigned back in 2016, so I'm just going to adjourn out the pre-trial,
Oh, I see, okay.
and I will continue her bond. So, ma'am, I've appointed, or the PD is now the attorney on your case, okay? They're going to be able to take a look at it, and they're going to be contacting you, all right?
You're scaring me, Your Honor. You said good luck.
Don't let that scare you.
Okay.
It's trying to sort out something this old, because when I ask you questions, you can't answer them legitimately. You can't answer them because you can't remember.
Hey.
But don't get
Okay.
scared.
We'll get it
Okay.
taken.
Okay?
Okay.
Don't
I'm
get
just
scared
making
until I
sure.
tell you to get scared. And if I tell you to get scared, then get scared.
I hear you, sir. Okay.
Thank you.
Spell Murdoch so that we can include it in our file.
How is your last name spelled? Is it Murdock?
Yes, sir, it is.
Thank you.
You're
They just
welcome.
wanted to make sure it's included in the file. So
Okay.
how much time did you want, April 3rd or 17th?
If the third works for the court, we'd ask for that, please.
All right. Ma'am, I'm going to adjourn your matter to April 3rd, 2024, 9 a.m.
Okay, via Zoom as well, Your Honor.
Yes, you could appear via Zoom unless you want to come down and see me, since we haven't
No,
seen each
thank
other in a
you.
while.
We'll keep it via Zoom for now.
All right. Okay, Ms. Murdoch.
All right. Have a good day.
Hey, you take care.
Yeah.
Judge
bye-bye.
Simpson with one of the best laughs and just a kind, loving man.
They call that an infectious laugh, I believe.
Or it does call the case People versus Jeffrey Bloom.
Going out on a high note here, kids. Mr. Bloom's back.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sam Bernstein with and on behalf of Mr. Bloom, present at the podium with me.
All right. Say, what are we doing today?
So I understand that the court's doing final settlement conferences on April 5th with jury selections on April 8th. Is that right?
That is correct.
I'm hoping to get this matter moving. I just kind of warned the court. I have a very firm trial scheduled on April 8th, so I don't know if I can be at jury selection for this one. Perhaps we could set this on April 3rd, and if there's some miracle that resolves my other trial,
April 3rd. Oh, you want to adjourn the pre-trial?
yes, Your Honor, just for, in case the other case resolves, I might be able to still make this one happen.
All right.
And I recognize Mr. Bloom's in custody. He's got bigger fish to fry at the moment, so it's not a.
Oh, he's cooking fish later.
Okay.
Your Honor, I do just have to say, if we're setting this for final
That's
settlement,
supposed to mean.
I don't think 48 hours is enough time
For you to get your witnesses, that's
So
correct.
if we're setting it, I would like to know now, and then I can send notice and call them off.
No, I meant, could we please just set it for the, sorry, I used the wrong word, just a pre-trial on April 3rd, if that's possible. And that way I can inform the court if we even need a final settlement conference. Or you're saying,
Understand,
Well,
if
here's
final
going to be the
settlement
problem.
fifth, And you're asking for
Oh,
final
okay.
settlement on the 3rd, I can't get notice to my witnesses in less than 48 hours.
That's
There-
correct, State.
you're also like law enforcement though too, right? Witnesses?
I understand that, but it is still a matter of scheduling for them, and I can't get them in 48 hours. That's not
She
reasonable.
can't do it, and I'm not gonna make her do that, even if she could.
I'm just trying to find ways to be accommodating and move cases along. I mean, that's all, and that's the best.
I
we can
understand
really
that's what you're
offer.
trying to do, but you're not being very accommodating now because I could just set, if he wants a jury trial, here's gonna be the problem.
No, who just
I
blocked
did
him?
it. I did it. It was
That
me.
was a great one. That was funny. Come on.
His homophobic attack was just too much. I mean,
open your legs, Courtney.
it was just a little too much with the homophobic attacks and stuff like that. I appreciate all you, but attacking us is one thing, but then to turn and start attacking people in our chat, just goes to show again how people, the person that is attacking us and sending these people over here to attack us, told me they thought that I was better than that I was a nice guy, and I am a nice guy.
You are, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why. Listen, if you guys like cookies, there's an Easter sale, 25% off. Okay,
I want the big one,
Mikey,
because I'm a fat ass.
The fat ass Mikey will take any of these, just so you know, just FYI.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you who is giving a shit,
right? And who thinks that
trolls or being a troll.
I'm going to tell you,
I would never do that because that's low class, Daddy.
Right?
That's low class.
Right.
But just know the day will come where you will regret the words you've said.
And I would probably regret if that's really seriously only what? Oh, I just clicked off of that. Anyway,
Oh, that was a deal.
Shoot.
Oh, well.
Your message here. Maybe that's probably good to send. We could send
Maybe I should send a giant one.
Will they really put any message on there though?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Can I still get the 25% off of the
See, this didn't have to happen.
I mean, it shows custom. I mean, it shows, look at red, white. You can put your
you didn't have to come in here and start trouble, leaving messages and things like that. It didn't have to be this way. It could have been a situation where we both went on and we did what we wanted. You do your thing. I do mine. But then you come in and you insult my family. You insult my friends. And you insult my integrity as a creator. Now, I'm not saying you're a bad person. But what you're doing right now is pretty fucked up.
It's not fucked up. Welcome. Can we finish court today? Jesus Christ.
Once a jury trial, then it would be the 5th and the 8th. Otherwise, my next jury selection is in June. Now, I realize that may not be a issue for Mr. Bloom only because I think he's in custody on other matters. But still, that's...
Well, I suppose we could just set it for, I don't even want to set it for a final pretrial if it's not likely to go, though.
Your Honor, my suggestion is that if we want to set it for final settlement, we set it today, leave it on the 4-3 docket, and at that point, I'll send out notices today, and then I can call them off. What I don't want to
do what?
I can call off my witnesses.
Call them off.
To appear.
Call off your dogs.
So you want me to set the 3rd, the 5th, and the 8th?
That would be my suggestion in order to accommodate.
Accommodate the prosecutor.
And I can be in touch with Ms. Barroso in advance if things aren't looking like it's going to happen. And maybe make her life a bit easier and calm off early.
I actually get to see Mr. Bloom 3 times.
We'll take your next date. Dates available, Your Honor.
Well, I've been fighting this for 5 months. So.
What?
I've been fighting this for 5 months, a simple misdemeanor. So,
No,
who cares?
It's 3 times. All right.
Who cares?
Here's what I'll do. I'll adjourn the pretrial April 3rd, 2024, 9 a.m. I will also set jury final settlement conference for April 5th, 2024 at 9 a.m. And then I will set jury selection if necessary for April 8th, 2024 at 8:30. All right, and then we'll see where we head from there.
I'll be in
Right.
touch with Ms. Barroso and I'll cancel any appropriate court dates. I know the court is frequently, but if I can, save any future court date, we will.
Welcome, Fletcher boy.
Wait, Jeff, was this for me?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
That's for you,
Thank
Jeff.
No,
Oh boy.
you know, I always want to put something on the record.
Oh, here he
I
goes.
requested-
I was hoping I escaped.
Right,
I
but
was
it's
hoping
always-
I was hoping I escaped it. Blue.
I'm always an issue.
All right, go for it.
This is the thing.
All
For
right.
our last court date on what was it, 3/6. I am requesting the transcripts and the so-called notes you received from Wellpath and Lieutenant Arnett concerning my tooth extraction, where they said I
Hold on,
take
hold on.
injections,
Can I see the file again?
where I
That
witnessed
I received?
injections in my mouth, Novocaine, but I wish to be put under for a simple tooth extraction.
Mr. Bloom.
I am requesting those transcripts and these notes.
Transcripts of the last proceeding?
Yes,
Okay, you can ask counsel. He knows how to get.
I'm just putting it on record.
Okay, then
And the notes that you received,
notes I
yes, that you
received
stated on the record.
that I
you
had a
received
conversation, yeah.
From Wellpath and,
No,
people
I
in
have
charge
not
of
talked to
this
what
crime.
I've not talked to
well,
anybody.
you received notes from someone saying that
No.
I refuse to take injections in
No,
my
I
mouth.
received, that was a oral communication
Oh, well,
saying
okay.
that that was it.
Told
And
me there's notes.
I informed the parties exactly of that communication.
Time to get out of jail.
A lot. My religious beliefs tell
I
me not to
don't,
take any
Mr.
medication,
Bloom,
sir.
I don't know. That's why I
Well-
informed everybody
Well, you
of
took
what
it
I
as
had
me,
heard.
so I just wanted to put that on record. Thank you very
Okay.
much. Evan.
Me fighting with other YouTubers is like
Pleasure.
Judge Simpson fighting with Mr. Bloom.
All right. Oh, that's right. How you doing today? Great, sir. Thank you.
Wow.
Exactly, Judge. Thank you. Wow. Thank you, Don.
No, hey, never mind. No, I'm just asking. I just thought I'd ask.
Janice Witherspoon, requesting to practice under Michigan Court Rule 8.120. My supervising attorney, Sarah Salem, bar number P77882, is present today with us as well.
Permission to practice is granted. And good morning, Ms. Sullivan. Okay.
Good morning, Judge.
Oh, there you are. Okay. All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, so
Miss
we
Canada here. Miss Canada, can you state your name, please?
Danisha Canada.
Thank you.
Miss Canada.
That's the last
Your Honor,
name.
we've worked it out with the prosecutor that our client will plead no contest to an added count 2 of retail fraud in the 3rd degree. Count 1 will be dismissed.
Judge Simpson got into it with this student down here, this guy,
This
last
morning.
time.
Which I reviewed. Canada, can you please raise your right hand?
All of Canada, raise your hands.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm
Basically, hope
testimony
you
you're
got your
about to
hand
give
up.
will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Delay to
so help
thank
God?
you.
State your name again for the record, please.
Danisha Canada.
All right. Ma'am, it is this court's understanding that you're going to plead
Susie?
no contest to the charge of retail fraud in 3rd degree. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days of jail, $500 fine plus court costs. The fine could be increased to 3 times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than $500, that could become the maximum fine. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
All right. Do you understand what a no contest plea is?
Yes, I do.
All right. 2 things I have to make sure that you understand.
Voice of an angel.
It first of
Yes.
all means that you're not further desirous or wanting to contest this charge. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
Second thing you need to understand is that for purposes of sentencing, the court will treat you the same as though you had pled guilty. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
Counsel, the basis for the no contest plea?
Anybody?
Your Honor, the police report.
I'm asking for the basis of the no contest plea. Why is your client pleading no contest?
Civil liability, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. So, Miss Canada, to that charge, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
No, I thought it was.
This is going well.
No
Are you pleading guilty, not guilty, or no contest, ma'am?
No contest, not, no
Guilty.
contest.
No
Guilty.
contest.
All
Not
right.
guilty.
You want to plead
All
no
of them. Why
contest,
not?
is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. You understand that by pleading no contest, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes,
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak to you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent, not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
yes, I do.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, I do.
Are you on probation?
No, I am not.
Are you on parole?
No, sir, I am not.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead to this charge?
No, sir, they have not.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, sir.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes, I am.
of your own free will.
Yes, I am.
All right. Counsel, the court has been provided and has reviewed Pittsfield Township Department of Public Safety report for their case number 12-3476. Any objection to the court having reviewed that report?
None from the people.
None from the defendant, Your Honor.
Based upon a review of that report, the court does find that there's a sufficient factual basis in which the court could determine the defendant's guilt of this offense. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule?
The people are satisfied.
Yes, Your Honor.
Rosie Perez.
Court will accept the defendant's plea to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Defendant is referred to probation for a pre-sentence investigation and report. Sentencing in this matter will be April 24, 2024, 1 p.m. Bond will continue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Finn. Oh my God, we made it within an hour.
Look at that.
All that?
Time to spare, bud.
Wow.
Way to spin that 38-minute video into 58 minutes of content.
Jesus Christ.
Again, I'm going to say this, guys. When this is over, you're going to be redirected to a premiere that's happening at 3 p.m. It's very controversial, apparently. It's very upsetting to a lot of people. Well, no, just one person with a lot of YouTube accounts. And I will say this again. I've done nothing wrong. Nothing other than record court, make a video and put it up. Like all great YouTube law channels have done. Don't besmirch my good name.
I would like to sincerely apologize that the channel's failing, as you put in the email.
And I'm going to say this, Mark, my goodness, you were funny for a minute. And then you got all nasty and just saying really hurtful, homophobic things. And is that what that channel is all about? Hurtful, homophobic things?
Mark came in today as a direct response from her. And that is, he's kind of, again, you're showing.
Your colors are showing. You better watch out. People's going to find out.
When you got people representing you like that, it's no wonder why your channel
not doing well.
Sorry to hear that, but anyways, yeah.
But I love you guys. F everybody else.
And I know that Mikey did not want to, nor
no
does he want to continue, nor do I.
I got pushed into this.
If you want to send your trolls over, feel free. I don't give a shit. It don't bother me one bit. If that's the way you
but that's the last time I can promise you, the last time they will get any attention, they'll just be blocked. And that's it. We'll go on with our day and act like you weren't here. Because you're not going to Shanghai what we're doing.
That one in particular was funny just because he's so bad, which most of them are.
Yeah.
And that's why we do typically always ignore them. But that one was it was funny. Plus, being a representative of the cookie factory,
it's a sad day when folks just can't get along.
Yeah.
And
just so you know, we can all make chocolate chip cookies and we can all live in infamy. We can all live just fine.
Yeah. There's enough room on this boat for all of us, bud.
But sorry, you don't know that and don't understand it.
The way me and Creed see YouTube is there's something for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
There's billions of people on YouTube watching stuff. And just because 20,000 watch something on my channel, don't mean 20,000 won't watch it on your channel, or 100,000 for that fact. But to try and bully me and shame me, no, shame on me, shame on you.
The Vape Drunk Express, Gecko Chaser, thank you so much. Sweet Tea with the gifts, thank you. Diana with some gifts. Creasy, who of course is a known gifter around here. Sweet Tea again with more gifts. Chris again with more gifts. Then we had Flusha. Needs to be tested. Welcome, Steve. Flusha again. Bridget, hello. Thank you. Tiny Piggy. I talk about Bruno, welcome. And Fletcher Boy, welcome. And Okie from Muskogee.
Thank you.
Thank you. So what it comes down to today, Mikey, you don't own shit. It's public domain.
Yeah.
And by the way, I hate to tell you this. You weren't first, by the way.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that could be proven.
There was a lot of, yeah.
Just FYI.
I knew Adam and Eve. I mean, all outrageous claims. But, that's neither here nor there. The thing that we should all remember is we can all figure out how to do simple things and do them ourselves when not contacted by others when asked a question, but quickly to attack someone when you figure out how to start a fire yourself. You guys stay safe. Stay hard. Real hard. Oh, look at that.
The gifts never stop. Gecko Chaser.
Boy, sometimes you guys make me embarrassed for having a successful channel. And stay tuned because you never know who will piss off next. Kiss my ass. I think I handled that well.
Let's all sing We Didn't Start the Fire together. Ready? 3, 2, 1.